Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Saving Star Trek pre-show watch party. We got a special one for you today. Season 2, Episode 4, Mirror, Mirror. Yep, and we got a beat.
Hello, sir.
Hey, T, how you doing?
Doing okay. I just managed to finish today's daily dose of work from YouTube in time to do YouTube. I was did you see my catch up there in the chat? What I spent my day doing from 10 a.m. this morning till an hour ago?
Yeah, I read most of it.
There goes your video essay for tonight. Sorry, kids.
Nah, that's okay.
Uh,
Find the audiobooks for Star Trek Destiny on YouTube. Oh, that's good news, Gorilla. But we got Mirror, Mirror for you tonight. Let's
it's
get
a
this started.
fantastic episode.
Oh, yeah,
One
pretty much in
one of the very
everyone's top
best.
5.
I could think of 5 episodes better, but I mean, I can understand why it would be in anyone's five, if that makes sense. It's not my top five.
Yeah,
It's definitely my top 10. Just like last week's might be in my bottom 10.
I wasn't really around last week. What'd you do?
We did Foley and Webb.
Ah,
We're doing all the inciting incidents that led up to Mirror Darkly. I have a funny feeling that my week in the real world will serve me well.
hopefully.
Have you seen how many hours our competitors have put in on the air this week?
I think a little bit much.
They will have put in 27 hours by the time they go live tonight already this week.
Yeah, that's a bit excessive.
What you're telling me that 20% of all waking hours or 15% of all time, completely, 1/7 and change of the entire week. You're telling me that are you saying that that's streaming addiction, Germ? Are you saying perhaps that just streaming, like addicted to streaming? 4.5
Just
hours a
maybe.
day? They're on every other day, but still manage to average over 3 hours a day.
That's too
What
much to do anything except sleep.
you're telling me that she's not like knocking it out of the park with all that like family and domestic stuff that she's doing in the other 40% of the week?
Hey, I am a dedicated sloth. If isn't sleeping or preparing to sleep or something revolving around me being a lazy sack of shit, I ain't doing it.
I also had a little talk with Tony about his show. I think he's going to be fine. He's the one I have higher hopes for coming out of this mess.
Oh, that's good.
It took a little explaining. You're not actually allowed to run a casino on YouTube. The paywall is YouTube itself. You're not allowed to have a secondary paywall.
Turnabout intruder, the children shall lead. Way to Eden. Mary and
Miri and
Spock
Stocks.
break.
I would say Miri actually is a top 5 contest. You could have a discussion about Miri. Miri is really a good episode. It's interesting as hell, especially considering that our society is doing that now, aren't we?
Yeah. Other than that, Gorilla, I think you may need to sober up a bit.
Gorilla's just having fun with us. Down goes Frazier, says Tim.
And hello to everybody in the Cosme chat, which I am unable to see.
Um, take a quick look in the private chat.
That shouldn't be possible. He should.
It's not here to be
Yeah.
friends, Germ.
Yeah, it's not even listed.
I'd like to see it gone.
The only ones I'm listing here is you, me, and the monkey.
Take a look on X. I sent you something interesting.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, all right. Not everything. That's Spot. I did acid here a year ago. Did you just make it go away? Because it disappeared.
No, as I said, the only ones I had listed at the time were you, me, and Gorilla.
Did you see what I sent you on X that proves that I wasn't hallucinating?
Oh yes, I saw that. That's
He left on his own.
huh.
Block his ass. He's gonna be up to some shit tonight. He was fucking all over me all day today. I was attacked all day, technically. I've been doing nothing but I spent 9 hours on the fucking waiting on YouTube customer service.
Yeah. Well, and the Cosmian, he has to be here for me to block him.
Yeah, there's only 2 there now. All right. You could go to your list of invited people and take him off of it and block him. He's a member of your theater. You can revoke that shit.
He shouldn't be a member.
Clearly, he is. He's been really frisky and crazy all day, and he's going to try something later. This happens every April when they get their welfare glow up north.
This
Four
is the best
fucking years.
acting that George Takei has ever done.
What, pretending to be extremely straight?
Yeah. It took a lot of him to try to show interest in a woman.
Not really that interested in her, is he? Passing mild fascination at the most.
And hello, John the Beagle Dad.
Hey, John.
And no, what he sent girl was far, far more disturbing than a dick pic.
We're talking about our not so wanted visitor.
Yeah.
Just their existence is a drag. Fucking Captain 5150 has to stalk me everywhere I go. He's not complete if he's not making someone miserable. It's like, I've never been happy. Why should anyone else be? False! I'm going to attack every Islamic person I come online. No! Make up for the fact that I'm not. That I was born part of the original Trojan people. You know what, Germ? That one thing I weirdly noticed about this in the tech, the gold shirt tech that they talk to. Maybe it's in the phaser room.
Yeah, what's
I
that?
I think it's fucking Tomlinson from Balance of Terror, the guy who dies.
Yeah, it might be.
You like how in this universe their energy is green?
Not bad.
Is it me or is that guy the least handsome actor you've ever seen?
He ain't pretty.
Shouldn't Mira Chekhov have been smart to like make the difference stand out instead of a fucking idiot?
There's just no curing some things.
I had totally forgotten that he uses like two AIs in this one, or uses an AI for two different purposes.
And it is a different computer.
This computer, both computers are AIs.
Well, yeah, but it's an entirely different computer. They have a different voice for it.
This one sounds incredibly like James Doohan without a Scotty accent.
Yeah.
This AI figures shit out real quick. Though. It's like, here is the fucking, like, it's like, would you like, if you like, I could put together a checklist of how to go back to the regular universe.
Don't look at him. He'd be too stupid.
Their Captain Pike could have been exactly the same. It's like, I really wish I could quit this job and trade slaves.
They are apparently a little more conspicuous. And hello, RRTNZ. Yeah, more
Hello,
like
she.
Star Trek for a more civilized age.
Exactly, my friend. The only Star Trek, right? Yeah, people are feeling that way. It's not what Germ said to me when JT tried to kill me.
Well, I had to cover myself. Didn't need you figuring out I was trying to help him.
The only thing in this episode that really doesn't make sense is when the chick says that, okay, you're firing me. She mentions her replacement and it's Mal. It's like, why would you want a dude do your job? Like, what's up with the Mirror Kirk?
Yeah, he's a little bit more flexible than the actual Kirk.
He's a hetero flexible. That's what you said to me when JT tried to kill me.
It's all true.
Germ. I had no desire to go on the air without you last week. Couldn't do it.
That's okay. I had business with a certain Nurgling.
Dr. Kurtzman, so to speak.
Oh, far worse than a Kurtzman.
Like, the weird thing here is, like, we don't kill, etc. We're good guys. But they do know that anyone they fuck over or knock off their game in the mirror universe will be killed for it.
Yeah, but not a lot of people are going to be asking questions.
Are those the same kind of glasses that she gives Archer the mystery booze in Mirror Darkly? I think they are, aren't they?
Pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't get they found something really close. Is it me, or is she like, say, like part Native American or part Indian? I mean, like part like Chinese rather.
That might be wishful thinking.
Look at her facial features. I'll tell you this: she's definitely more of a guardian than Miramani is. Miramani is as white as it gets.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never forget when I saw the name written down and my dyslexia made me see what it is. It's just American Indian with the words rearranged, with the letters rearranged. I'm sorry, with the numbers rearranged, like the numbers
Uh,
of the alphabet.
John DeBugle dad apparently met her and got her autograph, and she is just as hot in person.
Good DNA. How old is she? Like she appears to be a good 8 or 9 years younger than Shatner, which would make her what? 88?
Something like that.
We'll never find abs like that on a Star Trek chick again. How was the last time we saw that?
Be hard pressed to find abs like this in this country.
Well, now that we have the Maha movement, Germ, it should be no time. You know, I've been eating handfuls of lard every morning. And earlier this week, I saw some roadkill, so I cut its penis off so I could study it later. I learned that from Bobby Kennedy Jr., Germ. I find that to be one of his more charming aspects. What do you think? Have you noticed how many times he's talked about cutting the penis off of roadkill?
Well, once was enough.
He was in front of Congress the other day trying to get whatever done, and like whatever, they're just like, so I was reading an article today about you cutting the penis off of a dead raccoon. And he's like, yeah, that's right, I did it. And it's like the only thing worse than how he acts is listening to him explain it with that voice.
Yeah, his voice is rather retching.
Could you imagine him and Elizabeth Warren having sex?
Dear God, the noise. And no, Gorilla, apparently she outlived Fang Fang.
Whom? Huh? What?
Fang Fang beginning it in for Swallowswell.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah. And his business with Fang Fang is just apparently the first of his many, many indiscretions.
Turns out he wasn't doing the right thing when he turned in the Chinese spy, like that he happened to be fucking.
Hell, he'd get points if he actually did turn her in.
I think that there was a situation where he did.
Washington Post that discovered him.
Was he so well connected? The story was that he was already working with the FBI when the press dinged one of them, but
in no way, shape, and form was he trying to help the FBI get Fang Fang arrested. And he had no idea that she was even attached to the Chinese government.
No, I think this is his second incident of falling for this shit.
No, Fang Fang was the first.
Was she like 2019 or something?
2018.
Okay, yeah.
Exactly, Gorilla.
Gorilla, how are you getting by now that ICE is out of town? Do you go now to the other like deployment spots to protest? Right?
Yeah, he's just dancing in his Speedo on the street corner.
Well, I mean, I think Minnesota might need a Republican governor. after what we saw from Tim Walz.
Well, they're going to need somebody because old Timmy boy is going to be having some legal troubles very soon.
Maybe it might be time to let people born in America have some say in what goes on over there. I'm not saying put them in charge, but maybe just have a little bit, just a little bit of.
Even in a life and death situation, he just can't help himself. And I'm sure she would, happily.
They would all be very happy too.
Not doing a great job protecting his identity. Yes, he's going to forget what team he plays for.
George Takei is a good actor, right?
Yeah, not quite smart enough to get past him. Yeah, not bad action scenes. You can barely tell their stunt doubles are in.
I guess when we do the real review, one thing we should point out is this kind of action was expected and demanded by the public. You couldn't have had this show without a few minutes of action.
Yeah.
It's in almost every episode.
He'll die from a jar to the head.
He's got a Vulcan hematoma. Kirk, your crazy horror
Can't take
girlfriend
out
just murdered
Sulu.
4 people. If you kill
Well,
Mirror
she
Sulu,
left it.
primary Sulu dies, right?
No.
I don't think they wanted to even play with the implications of that because I think they might have been thinking about doing this again.
Yeah, sure, Gorilla. That's good enough reason to explain.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, that'll do it to you, right? Like they'll just destroy a man, especially if you got close.
Hey, Dan. That's one of the only times he calls him Jim.
You're right about that.
He does it about as much as Spock does.
He almost only calls him captain.
Just FYI, he makes the wrong choice.
It could happen. I'm frozen in the theater. So sci-fi sits there and's got it down. It's like, aside from all the murder, the mirror universe is better. Sir, Steam is better. I've lost transmission.
That should still be good. Try reloading.
Nope. Now I see seals. It's okay. We know how it ends. Question: while I have you here, and while we got a couple of people watching, maybe I'll ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did you watch the next 2 episodes of Maul Shadow Lord? Because
I
I
have
was
seen the
surprised
first
you gave
4
it
episodes.
7.5. You gave it a 7.5 through episode 2.
Yeah, that's pretty much consistent over the next 2 as well.
You didn't think maybe the way she escaped was a little too ridiculous in episode 2 when
She didn't escape, you let her go.
The thing is, there was a crack in the floor that had been like she'd been staring at for like 3 days that she finds. It just lights up like a gold flash comes out of it and she notices it. It's like Dragon's Lair.
He let her go.
Even if you let her go, just the part where it was like Dragon's Lair. It's good for Dave Filoni. Ah, here you go. It came back. You know what I noticed about Kirk's green uniform here?
Yeah.
It's the only one made of cotton. Everyone else's is made of velour. Oh, yeah, sorry, polyester.
That is one of the most long-winded insults you can ever find.
Yeah, really. Kirk's like, something tells me sex with you would be extremely fulfilling. Not sure why I seem to know.
The hair is a little much on this one. Yeah, but unlike your counterpart, it's a violation of regulations for you to become friends with her.
I think only if she's like got like McCoy or Spock's job. At least under this setup, because by TNG, obviously the captain's fucking the doctor.
Oh, by that time, no one's really checking on the regulations.
They're doing dumb shit like putting their whole family on a warship.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Oh,
about
it's very easy being green. RRT and Z, you just have to give your life over to Nurgle.
It's not easy being green. Sure, like while you're here, like let's talk this episode for a minute, and then we'll talk the one show we've both been watching together, and then we'll like my show's a half hour later this week. This way we have more time. We haven't been on quite as long when Mark shows up. This way it should be helpful towards our runtime. So Jerb, this episode, this might be, aside from It's a Wonderful Life, the first time anybody used doppelgangers in another world outside of Shakespeare's Comedy of Errors. What do you think?
It's one of the earliest I can remember.
The first time I could think of that anyone did it like this, too. Like it's truly Shelbyville, isn't it?
Yeah, one of the first times that people did it well.
Was there like an episode of Gunsmoke or something where they go to another town and it's all the same people or something?
I'm sure they did it in some type of sci-fi magazine or something before.
Right. I'm saying like to get to make it all the way to television.
Yeah, probably one of the first times to make it to television.
I can't think of any movie like this. Do you know Shakespeare's Comedy of Errors where you have two identical sets of twins that are like mixed together and then swapped and lost?
I read it a long, long time ago.
Don't need to have
But
intimate knowledge of it, but that's would seem to be the first time you have a doppelganger, but it doesn't have an opposite world, so it's like it's only about halfway there. Right? To
yeah,
really get there, you need the opposite world and the doppelgangers.
yeah, more the opposite world thing. I'd say is the more of the precedent for it.
So people have already done like your near doppelganger. This is the opposite world thing is kind of their contribution to it. All right.
Yeah.
So tell me why you think Maul Shadow Lord is able to make it to episode 4 and still be a 7.5. I watched through episode 3.
Oh, you got all the hallmarks from Rebels and Clone Wars. The art is very good, a nice progression. You can tell it's animate. It's animated for 4K, which is a good touch. They're getting a little bit better on the shadows with the thing. Character development is where you expect it to be. And since we know where the story is progressing to, they're not going anywhere outside of that. So it's sticking right where it should.
What, pre-Revenge of the Sith? When is this?
This is approximately 15 BBY.
So after Revenge of the Sith,
After Revenge, this is about
4
this is
years before
about
Hope.
14 years.
It's 4 to 5 years before the Battle of the Death Star.
Yeah.
Death Star 1. Okay. I only found one flaw in episode 2, but it was pretty big. It was an enormous writing convenience. And when they do that now, they've been so bad for so long and so lazy like that, it really stings me more. So the hole in the floor that she was able to pry open after not being able to see it for 3 or 4 days in a damaged starship, when she was locked in that room and staring at a spot not 2 feet away from where she pried it open, that was too stupid by half and had me angry. I was just like, we've been down this road so many times with Star Wars, and now we're going to be stupid again. It bugged me. But then it ended.
The pretense for that is it wasn't there before.
Help me.
Maul put it there. He shifted something under the floor, and he gave her a way out.
All right, better. I might be willing to go with 7.5 with you. A little tired of the crime vengeance thing. Also, what we have Crimson Dawn and the Black Sun. And the Pikes? How many criminal syndicates do we need to wrap together to do one caper? It's a really clunky story. It's yeah.
Because for the backstory is the Pikes, the Crimson Dawn, the Black Sun, they all betrayed Maul, and he's looking to get vengeance on all of them.
See, I don't see it as that he betrayed Maul. I don't think he really gave him a choice. He was a real dick on Mandalore.
This is all after Mandalore.
I'm just saying, like, isn't what happened on Mandalore the reason that he's pissed? That stuff all still happened, right?
That stuff all still happened. Mandalore happened. He lost control of the Mandalorians to Ahsoka in the 7th season of Clone Wars.
Then
after that, he goes and establishes the criminal syndicate.
The Kremlin Syndicate.
Yeah.
Okay.
He loses power sometime after the events of Solo. All the
Right.
syndicates betray him,
Have we made it past
and now
Solo?
we are a couple years past Solo.
So how come one of his hench bitches isn't Kira, Solo's girlfriend?
She is
Why not
apparently
her?
dead by this point.
Jesus fucking Christ. So we have to get to know
She's
yet
not.
another bunch of characters.
They're not important characters. All
I
his
know
hench
that,
people have no backstory and don't need to. You don't really need to look deep into them.
but he had established henchmen. The whole point of that Solo movie was recast at the end, like Kira is now the bestest ever.
Kira
And she
doesn't
was
exist
for a while.
anymore.
It just didn't see. She was the best. Did they snap her away? Is she just gone?
She wasn't really featured in any of the animation, and
She's not a Filoni
Filoni.
character, so he doesn't care
She is
about her.
not. Yeah, she's not a Filoni character. She is not a main unit. She was
She was
actually
the only
intended
person
for
I
the.
associate with Maul's criminal endeavors.
Yeah, but she was only used in that movie and in some of the comics.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
As far as mainline Star Wars, they pushed her out because Solo did so poorly.
here's the next question then. Episode 3, 7.5. How? Because this is my issue with episode 3. Ready? Why does it exist?
The show
Like
as
nothing
a
happened.
whole.
I mean, like nothing happened.
Well, it's mainly they're going step by step to advance the story. Some parts of the story are just a little bit slower than others.
Am I allowed to call it painfully slow? It's really
I
like
can
it,
see where
at
some people
22
would see it as
minutes.
slow.
At 22 minutes, you don't feel those parts towards the middle there where the Imperial security guy is just like touching his face and looking at the wall.
No, it's doing pretty well in the local security guy.
I hate his droid cop force, and I hate his droid best buddy cop buddy. I hate they couldn't give him a couple more humans, just a girl boss to keep him in line. It sucks. Fucking hate that show. All right. So anyway, fun stuff. We're ready to go back over to my channel to talk Star Trek. I'll check out episode 4. Maybe that'll justify episode 3. Episode 3 had so little story.
Yeah, it'd help a lot because I watched them back to back.
I couldn't take anymore. I wanted to watch him back to back. I couldn't take anymore. I didn't fucking care. After episode 1, I was like, or episode 3. I mean, I'll watch episode 4. It's short enough to get through it, but like, as you can see, like it's hard to pay attention and care for me on this one. I'm starting to
Yeah,
wonder
you're
if I
not
don't like
a natural
Filoni's
Star Wars
cartoon.
fan.
I was an OG Star Wars fan, but I was a Star Trek fan first. Is that what it is? Like I'm from a
Yeah.
world before there was even a Star Wars.
Yeah, in reality there is very little crossover between Star Trek and Star Wars fans.
I found that out when I tried to warn people from Star Wars about J.J. Abrams, and they told me that he made the only good Star Trek movie.
You're being trolled at that point.
Possibly. All right. Well, we got Mirror coming up as a review in a few minutes. I should probably grab that link to my channel.
Yeah.
Guys, let me give you the Abraham Lincoln to the old channel. And you know what? This day, the 18th of April of 75, Germ, do you know that today in history, the midnight ride of Paul Revere, and tomorrow,
Oh, really?
the birth date of the U.S. Army. Battle of Lexington Concord, first battle ever fought by the U.S. Army. You know what you got to like about that? They won.
Always nice to start on a victory. RTNZ and John the Beagle Dad discussing V. I agree, V. The 80s one was very good. The 2010 one's not really.
I'm with you on that. We had Robert Englund in the 80s ones. And a very close lookalike to Kirstie Alley. Close enough. Space Patton's the best. Thank you, Space Patton.
Nope.
Space Patton reminds me of someone I know, Germ.
Yeah, he is very familiar.
Well, guys, remember, nobody ever saves Star Trek by dying for Star Trek. It's by making the other poor, dumb franchise die. And the new Trek stuff has to just go. So we're taking you guys on a multi-episode loop back to the beginning. And I think it'll be interesting. We're going to go every mirror. I think we benefited from having seriously watched and rated the episode Mirror Darkly as its own episode already. I think the thing we can do now is to watch it as part of this arc of mirrors without having connected it to the rest of Enterprise, just as a Star Trek story from a different show, one that we don't need to know anything about to enjoy its mirror episode. I'm interested in seeing how it works like that, because the knock-on effect for Tholian Webb, I would say that raised the quality of that episode. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, I believe it definitely enhanced Tholian Webb.
The Tholians being full of shit about what they're doing, that definitely helped.
Yeah, but you always really got the impression that a bunch of bug people were full of shit.
You know what? We'll figure a little more out as we go along. There's a lot to talk about there. Park that one in the tangent parking lot, and we'll see all you guys in 23 minutes over at my place. Go there, spam emojis. We shall be there, and we shall celebrate Star Trek. And hey, you know who gave actual response is talking to us now in public? Did you see who gave an actual response to this show?
I did not see that.
Mike Sussman, sir.
Oh, nice.
Yes, Mr. Sussman was nice enough to put a few emojis underneath our view. He's endorsed the concept of the mirror arc, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see everybody in 23 minutes over at my place.
Bye, everybody.
We love you all.